Well, it's a beautiful day here in Leamington, as it is up and down the country, and Leamington's unbeaten start to the campaign came to an end since they last played here, with the Breaks losing 2 games on the bounce on their travels in the past fortnight. They'll be hoping that a return to their hunting ground will result in them earning their 2nd win of the season as they look to extend their unbeaten home run, picking up where they left off here at the Phillips 66 with a 1-1 draw against Curzon Ashton 2 weeks ago. Leamington's 2-0 defeat against York City last week was their first ever loss at Bootham Crescent, and Paul Holloran's side sees 3 changes from Saturday as George Carline makes his first start following his loan move from Solihull Muirs. He comes in for James Mace at right back. Junior English and the man alongside me in the commentary position today, Jordan Murphy, miss out following their red cards for the part they played in the brawl at Boston last Tuesday. Gif Musa is handed his first start as Callum Gittins makes way in the midfield, and Kieran Dunbar makes his first start since suffering a knee injury in January, and he wears the number 7 shirt. Kettering Town have had a turbulent start to their return to the National League North. Since beating Telford United on the opening day, the Poppies have picked up just 1 point in their past 4 games. They come into this one off the back of a 2-1 defeat to Gateshead and hoping to inflict Leamington's first home defeat of the league season. Centre-backs exchanging passes as Leamington look to contain Kettering at the back. There's the ball down the line up towards Nimley. Jamie Hood comes in with a challenge, goes down, clutching his face, nothing given, and the throw-in's taken quickly to N.T. N.T. towards Nimley, gliding inside through the Leamington defence into the penalty area to the bar and gets the ball across. Where's the back post is Kennedy, and it's whiskers wide via a deflection. Well, Alex Nimley there, finding the gaps in the Leamington defence, just waltzing his way to the byline and putting the ball back for Kennedy. Leamington body managed to get in the way. Jordan Murphy.
The striker, to be honest, has done all he can. He's tried to hit the target. It's good recovery in the end. And once someone's driving at you that quick in your box, there's not a lot you can do.
Elliot Hodge with the delivery. Free man at the back post. And it was Michael Richins, the captain, with a free header, totally unmarked. Just couldn't get over it, Jordan.
Well, you have to ask questions of your marking there, don't you? Well, I'm sure the gaffer will do as well at half time. The lads are smart, they'll switch on, they'll get that right.
Hodge is across to take it, right-footed. Drills it into the penalty area. It was a glancing header towards goal. It was Alex Nimley at the front post. And another chance goes begging for Kettering. And now Leamington with a very dangerous position. Dunbar and Goodger over it. Will be Goodger to strike. And it's off the outside of the post. What a strike from Connor Goodger. The goalkeeper, Paul White, was beaten, but the post denies Goodger his first goal of the season. It looked from this angle like it was destined for that bottom corner, but agony for Connor Goodger and those fans behind that goal, just rebounded off the outside of the post. We'll send it long from the goal kick. Hood rising, just ricochets off the back of N.T. And Richins wins the throw-in off Dunbar, and it will, well, the referee has changed his mind. It will be a Leamington throw. Carline fires it into play. Anderson with a threading a ball through to Josh March. Could be in here. March goes down to the penalty area. The referee, no doubt in his mind, penalty, and produces the yellow card for Paul White. White just leaving a glove out, and you know for all the world that Josh March is going to make the most of that and go down if he feels any sort of contact. But fantastic work in the build-up by Cayman Anderson. Good composure to spot the run of Josh March, and March did the rest, just drawing Paul White to committing his glove. And then from the spot, Josh March for his 3rd goal of the season. March then hits the post, and it bounces out of play. Well, Leamington have hit the post twice from set pieces, one from about 20 yards and the most recent from 12, as Josh March can't convert from the penalty spot, and we remain goalless here at the Phillips 66.
It's a lottery, and you pick a side. At the end of the day, if you step up and take penalties, you have to expect to miss. So just a case of now whether he can get his head back on and look for another goal.
Just one man outside the penalty area, 10 inside of it. Dunbar floats it towards the back post. Edwards is rising, and Edwards finds the back of the net from the back post. And Leamington take the lead on the 35-minute mark. It has to be said, it's been quite an even game, but Leamington have been threatening from those set pieces all game, and this one's finally come up trumps for them, and it's their star man Jack Edwards rising highest at the back post to plant his header past Paul White. And Jordan, you said it had to be a good delivery by Kieran, and boy was it right on the money.
It's a great delivery. It's the right height for Jack to attack. We keep going on about his size, but when it's a little bit above his head and he rises, there's no way you're blocking it. And it's a great header, put it back across where it's come from. I think it's difficult for any keeper to save.
After taking the lead so late in the first half now, Jordan, how do Leamington see themselves into half-time, into the dressing room?
I wouldn't change anything personally. I think it's quite an even game at the moment. Going into the break now, maintaining this lead is key. And I think they'll do it.
Ball breaks to Dunbar meanwhile. Carline making tracks down the right-hand side. Checks back onto his left foot. Here's Kieran Dunbar. Carline's made the run outside of him. Dunbar feeds Carline into the penalty area. Goes down. Penalty to Leamington. Well, the Kettering Town defender left a trailing leg, and Carline took a tumble over it inside the penalty area. And Leamington and Josh March has his second opportunity to beat Paul White from 12 yards.
I like that. Josh March just come over, pick the ball up. He wants it, and I'm confident in him, and he should be confident in himself. Go on, March here.
Leamington then to go 2-0 up. 6 minutes from half-time. Josh March. This time he finds the top corner. Absolutely no doubt from Josh March. He records his third goal of the season, his third from the penalty spot, and it's Leamington 2, Kettering Town 0. 2 goals in quick succession for the breaks.
Yeah, massive misery compiler. We just talked about what do we need to do, and what else can you do but score another goal.
Leamington 2 goals to the good. Just 5 minutes till half-time as Josh March has stayed down following his spot kick, but clinical from Josh March. Carline then. First time we'll really see his long throw being used as a weapon into the penalty area. In it comes then. Edwards is waiting. Edwards flicks on. Josh March is there. And it's been bundled over the line. And Leamington increase their lead at the start of the second half. And Josh March grabs his brace as it's George Carline's secret weapon of a throw-in. Comes in handy for Leamington at the start of this second half. Launched into the penalty area. Jack Edwards got up. You always knew he was going to win it. Josh March gambled on it and bundled it over the line over Paul White, and it's now Leamington 3, Kettering Town 0.
It's a great start to the half, isn't it? And it's the 2 weapons we've got at our disposal. George Carline's long throw, like you said, Jack Edwards wins the flick on, and March is there, scoring a proper striker's goal, that is.
Dunbar winning the header inside, going down, nothing given by the referee. It's into the chest of Nimley. Here's Milnes in field to Meikle. Patient build-up by Kettering Town. Meikle's pass just had the legs to find Stoddart. Here's Meikle again. He's worked it well out wide to N.T. N.T. now looking to stretch the legs of Cayman Anderson on the edge of the penalty area. Needs some support, but he's found a way past the Leamington number 11. Meikle sets himself before delivering with his right foot. Almost caught Jake Weaver out. But the Leamington goalkeeper are aware enough to just palm it over his own crossbar. But that ball did move in the air.
Good reactions from Jake. It's not easy as a keeper to judge the flight of the ball when it's coming in as quick as that.
14 minutes gone in the second half. Still Leamington 3, Kettering Town 0. Leamington can't afford to let Kettering Town gather some momentum, as Jordan mentioned earlier. Just have to keep the away side frustrated enough so their heads drop. Helped on by Jack Lane, sliced away. Didn't get convincing contact on that, and Paul Holleran lets it be known what he thought of that Jack Lane clearance. Here's Nimley on the edge of the penalty area, keeping in the float. Hodge turns his marker, will strike with his left foot. Great block there by Jamie Hood. It's worked back into the Leamington penalty area, comes out. And Lane will help away. Cayman Anderson needs to be careful, just caught under the ball there, allowing Meikle away back in. Meikle will drive inside, left-footed delivery, turned away by Jack Edwards. Here's Milnes. Meikle is the man over, can't quite get his touch, and it will roll out of play for a throw into Leamington. Leamington fans enjoying that passage of play there. Multiple Leamington clearances in the penalty area. Here's Brighton. Fires it in towards Nimley. Hodge works it inside to Kennedy. Meikle driving inside. Milnes to strike. Milnes might have another go here. And T. It's against the underframe of the bar and blazed over by Alex Nimley. What a chance for the away side to get back into the game. It was well worked between Elliot Hodge and Ben Milnes on the edge of the penalty area. The ball came in from Milnes. It was Daniel and T with the initial effort off the underside of the bar via a header, and then Alex Nimley blazing his shot over the crossbar, and a lot of relieved Leamington faces there, but that wasn't nestling in the back of the net. Bryson then. Reece King rising above his marker. Dunbar, King, neat play on that right hand side. Carline can't quite find the return ball, but it's won the ball back. Driving into the penalty area, trying to find March. He's continued his pass, and it's a great save by Peter White. Great reflexes there by the Kettering Town goalkeeper to prevent Josh March from his hat-trick goal.
It's good determination from the lads, to be fair. George Carline was tackled, ball fell into the box, but George decided to pursue it, to press, and March gets his chance. To be honest, he's done what you ask of a striker. He's on the turn, he's hit the target, and the keeper's made a great save.
Three minutes for Leamington to hang on to this clean sheet as Starr may have found a way round the back, is headed out by Carline, flicked on by Joe Clark and helped on its way by Edwards up towards March. Ravi Shamsi able to have a run at the Kettering back line, breaking through Ravi Shamsi, still going Ravi Shamsi. What a terrific run this is on his left foot, palmed away, March is there, goes down to the penalty area, nothing given by the referee nor the linesman. In comes the corner from Kettering. Headed to safety only as far as Meikle, who's proven to be one of Kettering's main threats in this second half as he looks to drive to the edge of the penalty area for offload into Milnes. Milnes with a curling effort into the penalty area. There's Brighton. There's Carter. Brighton once again gets the ball across. Good defending by Lane. And T finds the back of the net for Kettering. And Jamie Hood hacks the ball away in frustration. Leamington haven't got their clean sheet as Kettering reduced the deficit to 3-1.
Yeah, that'll be disappointing for the lads and for the gaffer, but at the end of the day, we're into stoppage time now. Probably a minute left, and 3 points is what matters at the beginning of the day.
Leamington just unable to clear their lines, and it's smashed home by Daniel and T into the bottom corner past Jake Weaver, as with just about a minute remaining on the clock. It's Leamington 3, Kettering Town 1, a consolation for the away side. And there's the referee's whistle as Jamie Hood hacks the ball away. But it's 3 points for Leamington, a second win of the campaign as their unbeaten home run starts the season is retained here at the Phillips 66. A terrific defensive display in the second half, each and every player as they beat Kettering Town here 3-1.
So Kieran, you've been waiting 7 months to get your start. How was that out there for you?
Hot, but just so pleased to be back. It felt like a really long 7 months, but everyone at the club's kind of stuck with me and kept the faith, and obviously the gaffers kept the faith with me, and it's just nice to be back starting. And the main thing is it's just nice to be contributing to the team, and obviously the lads started the season quite well, and I'm just pleased that I can now be part of that and help today, obviously with the assist for Jack's goal, and it's just a good 3 points.
The atmosphere must have been quite good in the changing room, even with the late goal.
Yeah, obviously we're a bit disappointed to concede late on, because a clean sheet, a 3-0 win looks fantastic, but the lads got a little bit tired, I think. I mean, me certainly, I got tired after probably 70 minutes, but 3-1, brilliant result. We would have taken that before the game, and hopefully we can move on to Monday now, not too tired, and get another good result.
Jordan Murphy mentioned on commentary that he's probably not going to get his place back now. What's your thoughts to that?
I'll have to see. George's a good lad, but we've both got some good competition now, either side of the wing, which is a good thing. The more competition, it makes you work harder, makes you become a better player. So we'll have to see what happens. But Murph's got another 2 games out, I think. So hopefully that means another 2 games for me. But we'll have to see, obviously, what happens on Monday.
So Paul, a near perfect afternoon for you. 3 goals and almost a clean sheet for you as well.
Yeah, that's right. I think, to be fair, for Kettering's attacking final third play, they deserve something for it to show for it, especially early doors. We had to work really hard first 20 to stick in there. I think we were well aware that the front four of Kettering would cause problems, and they did. And they certainly come out the blocks quicker than us. But we settled into the game, and then we got it going, and then we did really well. Because as much as probably we spoke about the front four for Kettering, we also felt that there'd be space to get at their defensive unit, and that's what happened. We used the ball well, made good decisions, and then we turned the half round really, and then sort of came in front quite comfortably really. And obviously it could have been more if it wouldn't have been for the penalty miss. But no, excellence. And then we started that second half. I thought we were really good for 15 minutes. Really good. We snuffed them out, got the goal. I think we were really tired at the end, and you could see it, we're just running out of legs. Could have done with making about 8 subs today. And obviously with Conor Goodger coming off, that's not a sub I wanted to make. So you want to be getting your wide players off and another fresh legs in midfield, but we weren't able to do that. But some tremendous performances, and a thoroughly deserved win in the end.
You talk about performances out there. How good for Kieran Dunbar coming back from injury, and Kieran and Gif Musa making his debut today as well.
Yeah, great. Yeah, I mean, listen, we've missed Kieran. Sometimes them players that probably don't get the name up in lights every week. In most structures or most teams, there's often a player that doesn't always get maybe the recognition he probably deserves, and then when he's not there, you miss him. I think we have missed him. Gives us a good balance, good delivery. I thought he's put so many miles in, and I thought obviously with George Carline slotting in at right back, them two linked up tremendously for a couple of the goals. So that was a real plus. And then obviously listen, Gift is a player that obviously he's stepped up. He's been good. He's been patient. And we looked at it today and thought we're going to need legs in there. The heat. I think you could see against probably Boston and York, we struggled a little bit after the games we'd had, and I just thought we needed his energy in there, and it was proved right. The amount of second balls he won and tackles he won in there, and him and Reece King are similar. They're just probably in possession. They've just got to settle down a bit, but that will come in time. So listen, delighted with all, whether it's Kieran, George, Gift. They've made a big impact today, and obviously it was lovely for Josh to get a couple of goals as well.
You mentioned about Conor Goodger coming off quite late in the first half. What's the latest on him?
Well, we're trying to work it out at the moment. We think he's jarred it. At first we didn't look too clever, but he seems to be getting his feeling back. But when he came out start the second half, he weren't right. It wasn't right, so there was no point risking him. So we'll have to assess that over the weekend now. Probably get him in tomorrow, prior to Monday, and see where that one goes. So yeah. So listen, fingers crossed it isn't too much, but it's the knee area, so we just got to be careful with that one.